The review of the Smithsonian Institution by the Trump administration has sparked a debate about the role of cultural institutions in shaping national identity. The administration's directive, stemming from an executive order titled Restoring Truth and Sanity to American History, aims to remove what it deems divisive or partisan narratives and promote American exceptionalism. This has been met with criticism from historians and civil rights advocates who argue that it is an attempt to whitewash history and assert political control over academic and curatorial processes. The Smithsonian, for its part, has stated its commitment to scholarly excellence, rigorous research, and the accurate, factual presentation of history. While the institution has indicated it will cooperate with the review, the move has raised concerns about the independence of museums and the potential for political influence to compromise the integrity of their exhibits, particularly ahead of the nation's 250th anniversary. The issue highlights a broader culture war over how American history should be presented to the public, with different factions holding conflicting views on the importance of celebrating national achievements versus confronting the nation's more complex and difficult past. The Trump administration's review of the Smithsonian Institution is motivated by a desire to align the museum's content with a specific view of American history. The administration's stated reasons include celebrating American exceptionalism and removing what it considers divisive or partisan narratives. This move follows an executive order titled Restoring Truth and Sanity to American History, which criticized the Smithsonian for allegedly promoting a race-centered ideology and for portraying American values as inherently harmful and oppressive. Supporters of the review argue that it will restore confidence in cultural institutions by ensuring a more unifying, historically accurate, and constructive presentation of the nation's past. Critics, however, view the action as an attempt to exert political influence over academic and curatorial decisions, potentially leading to the whitewashing of difficult or complex historical events. This debate reflects a larger cultural conflict over how American history should be interpreted and taught, particularly concerning topics like racial injustice and national identity. The Trump administration's review of the Smithsonian Institution could have significant consequences for the nation's cultural and academic landscape. One potential outcome is a shift in how American history is presented, with a greater emphasis on American exceptionalism and a downplaying of more complex or controversial aspects of the past. This could lead to the removal or alteration of exhibits that address topics such as racial injustice, systemic inequality, and other critical historical events, potentially creating a less comprehensive and more celebratory version of history. Additionally, the review raises concerns about the independence of cultural institutions. Critics fear that the administration's actions could set a precedent for political interference in museums, undermining the authority of curators and historians. This could jeopardize the integrity of scholarly research and the public's trust in these institutions as neutral sources of information. The outcome of the review could also affect future funding for exhibits and programs that don't align with the administration's new guidelines, influencing the kinds of stories and voices that are prioritized in public spaces. Potential solutions to address the political review of the Smithsonian could focus on preserving the institution's independence and scholarly integrity. One approach is for the Smithsonian's Board of Regents, which includes members from all three branches of government, to assert the institution's nonpartisan mission and its commitment to presenting a factual, research-based history. This would involve publicly defending the role of curators and historians in interpreting complex topics without political interference. Another solution could involve increasing public engagement and support for the Smithsonian. By highlighting the educational value and diverse narratives currently on display, advocates can demonstrate the public's desire for a comprehensive and unsanitized view of American history. This could include grassroots efforts, media campaigns, and educational initiatives to underscore that history, by its nature, is often complex, and that cultural institutions have a responsibility to tell a full story, not just a celebratory one.